My first question might be very silly for you, but it's important for me. Your first name, Reth, is it a true name? Because I've never heard it before.
Yes, it is. Yes, yes, that is. That is my true name.
Before you started your career as a writer, you had a different career. Can you tell me something about what you did before you wrote novels?
So I was a kickboxer for 16 years. Fought in Pride, K1. I was actually in Pride 1, Pride 2. I fought a lot in America. I was 18 wins, 15 KOs, 8 losses. Then I got old. And fighting's not so good when you're older. You heal slower. It hurts more. You can't get out of the way of the punches and kicks. So I had to make a decision whether to keep fighting or to do something else. So I decided to, I had always written. I'd been writing since high school. So I decided to take that more seriously and start doing less fighting. So.
Okay, what makes more fun? Okay, I mean, so something is totally different, the one from the other.
Writing, it takes longer. So it's like, so writing is like making a masterpiece, but you have to wait a year to find out if it's any good. Whereas fighting, you know right away, you're either good or you're not good, so, either win or lose. It's faster, more immediate gratification. Whereas it's more of a slow burn but once your book does come out, it feels the same. It's just as exciting when readers appreciate your work and understand your work and, write good reviews. It feels just like getting your arm raised in the ring. So.
And your old fans who watched you fighting, what do they think about your writing? Are these the same fans or are these different fans?
Different. There are some, very few that were fight fans and also are fans of my writing. A funny story. So I was a trainer of Frank Mir, who was a UFC champion, and I was his trainer when he won the title. He won the title by breaking Tim Sylvia's arm in the ring. And it was really gruesome, really gruesome. And afterwards, people started looking him up, and they found me. They found out I was his trainer. And then they found some short stories I had written. And they posted on this message board, Frank Mir's trainer is insane. They posted a link to one of my short stories. And it was a really gruesome, really brutal short story. And everyone was commenting about how terrible I was and that I must have told Frank to rip that guy's arm off and all that. So it was pretty funny. But some of the people on that message board were like, oh, I really like it.
Okay, your stories some are quite brutal, I guess, can say. Is it something that comes from your inside, or what fascinates you so about these kind of genre?
Because it's exciting to me. Writing a book is a long process. You're writing 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day for months and months. And it has to be exciting. It has to be something that I enjoy. So when I'm writing, if I get bored, I write something violent. Whenever I start getting bored, I kill someone, and then it's exciting again. Or I put some sex in, either one. Both are exciting. Maybe not equally exciting. Yeah. Sex is better, but
it makes more fun. Sex is a bit more fun.
Sex is more fun, but
okay. Some of the one book, I don't know the English title, I must confess. Something like To the Death?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, once again,
Off the Taten.
Very good. That is, I like that very much, although it was quite brutal. Mm-hmm. But your first figure, I forgot the name. He's a strange guy, and at the end, the story turns a way that no one would expect it. Mm-hmm. Do you like turning stories into?
Yes. Most of my stories will have some kind of a twist, because it goes to writing for months at a time. I don't outline. a story. So a lot of times I don't know how it's going to end, and that makes it exciting. It makes it easier. It's almost like I'm reading the book while I'm writing it. So I'm as anxious to see what's going to happen next as the reader would be. So I don't know from one paragraph to the next what's going to happen. And when I get to the end, if I can think of a nice twist, it makes it exciting for me.
Okay.
So,
Someone told me that your mother is a priest, or I don't know what the English word was.
preacher.
A preacher.
Yes, yes.
What does she think about your books?
So we were just talking about this. I don't know if you've noticed, but in my books, I always dedicate them to my mom.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a joke, you know, because she does not read my books. They're too intense for her. When I was younger, my mother was a big fan of horror. That's why I got into reading and writing horror. We used to watch all the horror movies on Saturday mornings together, but as horror got more extreme, my mother doesn't like it as much, and then she started to get more religious. I got a lot less religious, and so we started to diverge. Our beliefs and our tastes diverged. But I still love my mother. She still loves me, and we respect each other. So she knows that I write. She knows what I write, and she thinks it's funny too. Okay. that I dedicate it to her. She thinks that's funny, but she won't read it.
If I don't find the right words, just tell me. You're at least the only black writer of horror novels in Germany.
Yes.
How is it in America? Are there many? Does it make any difference?
There's not a lot. In America, Black Americans tend to be very conservative in what they read. So there's not a lot of Black people reading horror, and so they don't write it. There are some that do write it, and I think I know all of them. They're all you go to a convention and there's like 3 other guys. You know who they are. But writing extreme horror, the real brutal stuff, I think is just me. Yeah.
Okay. Now you're in Germany. Do you think? You traveled some days.
Yes.
You've been to Hanover. Now you're in Leipzig. Do the the German readers? What do you think? Do they act different? Do they read your books different, or?
So I think they're very enthusiastic. They really love the horror. America, sometimes you get some fans, but I think the German readers are more passionate. They really like the work, and some of the things that like 400 Days, that one in America, because there's more history around what I wrote. People get more offended and more, whereas America in German, you have no connection. It's not your history, so you can read it as a story and don't take it personally, So it's a different, it's just a different response than I get in America.
Okay. I guess we're almost finished, but I like talking to you, so I have to find some questions. Have you ever read a German, not in German, but have you read a book from a German author, horror or science fiction?
Not horror, no, I haven't. I would love some recommendations. I would love to read some. Yes.
There aren't many good ones, I guess. If I have to tell you some, I wouldn't remember. Hast du einen guter deutscher Horror?
Oh,
No. I'm a great fan of Brian Keane, but he's not writing in German, of course. Yeah. And Scott Sigler was quite good. Are there some?
I'm doing a collaboration with Brian Keane. Yeah.
You're doing a collaboration?
Yes. It's it'll be a couple of years because he has other things going on right now, and so do I. But we already started it. We started it, and then we have to wait to finish it. But we've been talking about it for years, and we finally started it last year. Maybe about 2 years before we finish it.
Okay. What are your next projects that might come out in Germany for Festa? What can you tell about that?
So this year, Poisoning Arrows, which is a collaboration I did with Monica O'Rourke. That's yeah. So what's funny is Monica O'Rourke. She was recently published by Festa. I don't know the German name for her.
I know what you mean.
Yes, yes. But when I read that book, I said, "Oh, I've got to meet this woman. I've got to collect." And so when I was writing Poisoning Arrows, it has the main character is a woman. So I thought, "Oh, this is perfect. I'll call Monica. She'll help me understand the woman's point of view, and she'll write all the sensitive side of the story." No, no, I had to write the sensitive stuff. Our stuff is so hard, it's great, but it's a really brutal, sexual, perverted, twisted book, and
I can imagine what it's.
oh, it's terrible. And so in America, the publisher who originally published Poisoning Arrows in English, they went out of business. They had a big fight. There was two women, and they had a big fight about the book. They didn't. One thought it was brilliant. The other one thought it was horrible and didn't want to publish it, and they broke up. So only a few copies, only one printing was made of it, and so it was very hard to find, and wound up on eBay for like $600, $700, for one copy. No one could get a copy for years, and it wound up becoming like a legend almost. This horrible, violent book that no one can find, and it was a big thing. Like if you managed to get a copy, that was like a big deal. I've got a copy of Poisoning Arrows, So it was pretty great to be part of a legend, for so long. I have so many ideas in my head all the time. I walk around with 3, 4, 5 novels complete in my head all the time, and then trying to find the time to write them out. So whenever you add on to that, it's like, oh, stop, no more information. I got so much I still have to write. I don't want any more right now. So.
Okay, so there are, in the next years we can expect quite a few stories.
Oh yes. I've got a lot coming. I've got 2 novellas that I'm going to be finishing this year, and Festa is going to publish probably the next 2 years. And then there's still other works that I've already written that have not been translated yet. So there'll be plenty of books for years to come.
Great. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you. Thank you.